Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me today for this brief introduction to my upcoming online meditation program, Loving Kindness, Widening Our Circle of Care. And this will run December 1st, 2021, right, to January 23rd, 2022. So over the New Year holiday and all of that, we'll be practicing these beautiful, profound, heartfelt practices of loving kindness. What a great time of year to be doing this over the holidays, where we can practice cultivating and sharing loving kindness for ourselves and out into the rest of the world. So I'm just going to run through the slides here as a way of introducing what I'll be offering in this program. If you do have any questions or comments about what's shared here, please feel free to email me through my website, suchsweetthunder.org. So loving kindness is one of the Brahma Viharas in the Buddhist tradition. Brahma Vihara is a Pali word, a Sanskrit word, which translates directly to the home of the gods or the dwelling of the gods. So that really puts kind of this air of profundity on these four qualities: loving kindness, compassion, boundless joy, and equanimity, right? So it is a deep practice to cultivate a home that would be suitable for a god or a goddess. In some of the other traditions, these four qualities are known as the Four Immeasurable Minds. Because they're four qualities that we can keep coming back to over and over again and cultivating more wisdom, gaining more insight into how these practices benefit our lives, benefit the lives of others, and really benefit the world. So the Buddha gave a teaching on loving kindness. He gave many teachings on loving kindness, but this was said to be one of the first, I believe, or perhaps the first teaching that he gave on loving kindness. Now, before I read this, I'm going to read the whole sutta. It's about 2 pages long. It's quite short. Before I do, I want to mention that this isn't a Buddhist retreat. You don't have to be a Buddhist to take part and to receive great benefit from this program or from any of the programs that I offer. I teach primarily from a secular voice. Now, my background is in Buddhism, and much of my training has been in the Buddhist traditions. But I offer these teachings in a way so that they can be practiced and wisdom can be gleaned from them, regardless of the background that you come from, regardless of what belief or ideology. You could be atheist or agnostic, it really doesn't matter. These practices can be enjoyed from everyone, people from all walks of life. It's really irrelevant. Okay, here's the Metasuta. This is what should be done by those who are skilled in goodness and who know the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm, wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove. Wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease, whatever living beings there may be, whether they be weak or strong, omitting none. the great or the mighty, the medium, the short or the small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading through the skies and downward to the depths, outward and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desire, is freed from repetitive existence. So this is what should be done. And we're going to, over the course of the 8 weeks, take a really deep dive into the Metasuta and look at practices that really allow one to cultivate this type of loving kindness, this type of friendliness to the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born. And by not holding on to our fixed views, we are free to offer boundless loving kindness, boundless happiness and well-wishing to everyone, widening our circle of care and kindness to include everyone. So this will be the task at hand over the 8 weeks. So one of the practices that we'll be looking at is the very, very traditional loving kindness practice, where we offer phrases to our own heart, really feeling into the implication of each phrase, perhaps visualizing what our life would look and feel like if that phrase was completely reflective of our life circumstance. So we start with ourselves traditionally. And in the course, we'll spend 4 weeks cultivating loving kindness for ourselves. So we'll take a really deep dive into loving kindness for ourselves, and we'll begin extending loving kindness to others. We start with family members, friends, loved ones. Then we move into neutral people, people we don't know. Then we extend our circle of caring, compassion, and kindness to include people we don't like very much, people we might have some challenges with, then to the entire world. So that's the idea. Expand our circle of care and kindness to eventually include everyone. I have a slide just illustrating that here. So again, we start with ourselves. We'll spend 4 weeks cultivating kindness towards ourselves. Such a healing practice. And it used to be taught anyway, when I was introduced to these teachings, that we started with ourselves because that's generally the easiest. But oftentimes people find that to be quite challenging. And it's easier perhaps to send loving kindness or friendliness to loved ones or people we don't know. And so it's quite a beautiful practice to establish that kindness towards ourselves. So that's why we'll spend 4 weeks on just that stage alone, really offering that healing solve of kindness like that. And we'll work with sending it out to others for 4 weeks. So the tools that I'll be drawing from or offering throughout the program, practices from Theravada Buddhism, practices from Mahayana Buddhism. These are the traditions that I have trained in. I'll also be drawing from modern psychology. People like Ken Wilber, Carl Jung, they'll make their way into the course. Others too. I'll be drawing from neuroplasticity, and in particular, a teacher named Rick Hansen that I'll be drawing from, but there'll be others as well. Everything that I offer, whether it's this course or the one-to-one sessions, I'm also launching another course in December, all are offered within a trauma-sensitive framework. And all are secular-based. I refer a lot to the Buddha and Buddhism. These practices can be practiced by anyone and everyone. So why should we practice loving kindness? Why should we practice metta? Well, in the early discourse, shortly after the Buddha gave the Metasuta, he listed the 11 benefits of metta, and these are from the tradition. Now, I do a secular reading of these, but I won't go into that too much today. But some of these are really, accessible, right? You can just read that. You will sleep easily. You will wake easily. You will have pleasant dreams. And this all is because loving kindness invites us to embrace the present moment. We bring this friendliness to whatever's arising. And in doing that, it takes our stress level down. You can kind of imagine what that might be like. And if in your next day or two, you say, okay, for the next hour, I'll be friendly towards everything that arises. Just see how that feels for you. And so if you really take that up as a practice, as we'll be doing in the 8-week course, you might notice not only your stress level goes down, but you have less susceptible to have nightmares. And you do sleep better as a result of that. You're not carrying the tension, the stress of the day with you to bed at night. And so you sleep easily, you wake easily. People do tend to have this limbic resonance with people who are vibrating at a frequency of loving kindness. So people will love you. People somehow become somewhat drawn to an energy that's being emanated by people who practice consistent loving kindness practice. Devas, which are celestial beings or guardian angels, and animals will love you and protect you. We can talk more about that on the course. I won't unpack too much of that today. External dangers will not harm you. This is actually pointing at the idea that we are much less likely to find ourselves in a situation where we could be hurt by poison, weapons, and fire, etc., if we're practicing loving kindness. Your face will be radiant. Well, maybe, perhaps, I don't know. You can decide. Your mind will be serene. I don't have any way to really attest this through this means. If you get to know me, you might sense that my mind is a bit serene. I've noticed a difference in my own state of mind since I started practicing these practices back in 2004. You will die unconfused and you will be reborn in happy realms. Very, very similar to the first three actually here. You die unconfused because you're not bringing the weight of the tension and the stress of even the dying process with you through that transition, but you're actually able to approach even that with this sense of kindness, with this open heart. And that kindness, that open heart allows one to then be reborn in happy realms if you believe in rebirth. If you don't, it's really talking about, or it could be translated as repetitive existence. As they said in the Metasuta, There will be no more repetitive existence. It's the same words that are translated here. So your life will take on a way of being where you're not repeating the same habitual reactive patterns. So I hope that's clear. If not, please do send over any questions or comments if you wish. Okay, so who would benefit from a program like this? Really, anyone who is interested in widening their circle of care. That's the only requirement, is you have to have some interest in caring for more people than just yourself or your tribe. But if you're interested in cultivating this type of kindness, this deep, deep sense of care for yourself, for your loved ones, for people you don't know, people you may not like, for the entire world, this course would be great for you. That's exactly what we'll be doing here. This course is appropriate for people with any background of meditation experience. Complete beginner, that's fine. Intermediate experience, also fine. Advanced meditation practitioners, all are welcome. So please make your way over. So just to sum up exactly what the offering is. So it's a loving kindness online meditation retreat, widening the circle of care, runs from December 1st to January 23rd. The times here, the dates and times are North America, at least section 1 I've listed North America, but the dates too, if it's Europe or Asia or Australia, you'd be looking at December 2nd to January 24th. Section 1, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, Sundays and Wednesday evenings. And so we're just going into East Coast Standard Time. So I've adjusted the times accordingly here, so you won't have to think about that. I think the times change next week or the week after into Daylight Standard Time, or into East Coast Standard Time. Section 2, there are 2 sections to the program. The second section runs 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. UK time, Monday and Thursday mornings. And I'm offering the second section to accommodate people in Europe or people who like to sleep late here in Asia. Maybe you're more of an afternoon, or in Australia, New Zealand, the evenings work better for you. That would be the section you'd want to sign up for. It's all done over Zoom. And so all of the sessions are recorded and made available to the retreat participants only. So there's a confidentiality agreement that we'll be taking a look at the opening session. So I will ask all participants not to share the link and to really honor the container of the class so that people can speak freely. Because loving kindness practice works on the body of emotion. And so as a result, doing these types of practices, emotions can get stirred, and oftentimes people like to share and feel vulnerable and free to share. So I really will ask all the participants to honor that, and please don't share the Zoom links. So the recordings will be offered in case you like to miss sessions. You can miss several sessions. You could do the whole program in your own pace. You're welcome to do that as well. I do cap the program at 15 participants. And that is so we do cultivate sort of a cohort, sort of a family vibe like that. So I find that to be very, very supportive for this program. So I would encourage you, if you can, to make some of the live sessions. There will also be a Facebook community page for you to interact with your fellow participants throughout the course of the program. So you can share your practice experiences, compare notes, and things like that. Also included in the package here one-to-one sessions with me. I'm available. I'll be available to meet with each participant throughout the course in a one-to-one setting. You just set up the time with me outside of the course, and we'll arrange a time that works for both of us. I'll be offering many guided meditations as a way of moving us through the stages of loving kindness. I've already spoken about the support of the community. There'll be plenty of opportunity for question and answer sessions, things like that. So I'll be offering quite a bit of that. You get the whole package, all 8 weeks, for just $99 US. If you'd like to register, please do go to my website, suchsweetthunder.org, and email me through the website and just say, Chris, I want to sign up for the Loving Kindness program, and I'll send you an invoice, and then you pay the invoice, and then you're registered for the course. You could also email me directly through my email there, chrisluard@yahoo.com. So as a way of closing here, I'd like to offer this great, great phrase from the wonderful singer Nat King Cole and his hit song, Nature Boy. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. So I hope you'll join me. I hope to see you on either December 1st or December 2nd, whichever section works best for you. And thanks again for tuning in to this very short information session on loving kindness. Enjoy your day, weekend, week, month, year. See you soon. Bye.